Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of KITAKUBU BAKO. Today we have a very special VTuber guest. As you can see on my left here, we have uh, Ayla Michelle Peridot, or mostly known as Noble Peridot, on the social medias. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing good. I am Ayla Michelle Peridot, also known as Novel Peridot, on Twitter, YouTube, and a bunch of other stuff. I mainly record gacha videos and post them onto YouTube.
Awesome. So yeah, let's go ahead and start off with what got you into streaming. Like, why start streaming and why start YouTube?
So if you look at if you sort my YouTube videos from the oldest to newest,
Mhm.
you will see that I actually started with Pokemon. And
Right.
how that happened was it was like summer vacation and stuff, and I had
Mhm.
nothing to do. So back in the day, I was part of a Cardfight Vanguard team.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
bringing this up because it kind of like a lot of people I know nowadays is because of that. And what happened was my team captain at the time was going to Japan,
Uh huh.
so everyone was like, "Well, you're at home 6 hours a day playing Pokemon. You might as well give the captain your 3DS and get a capture card installed and
Uh huh.
start recording videos and posting stuff." So yeah, that's how it happened. I was bored at home. People were like, "You're spending 6 hours a day. You might as well record it and do something with it."
Okay. Well,
So
yeah, we'll get into the Vanguard, but yeah, I'm sorry. Keep going.
yeah, so that's how my channel started, and basically my channel is just whatever I feel like posting.
Okay, got it. Uh, then how did your VTuber model come about? Like, why? Like, I understand that you started streaming stuff, but what made you go with the VTuber route, and how did you come up with the design that you have right now?
So, the VTuber boom was happening, and like because I'm on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
stuff gets recommended to me and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I have a tendency to pitch my voice, completely by accident when I record videos, mainly because I'm not used to people and stuff, and I get nervous.
Uh huh.
So I thought maybe getting a VTuber would be able to make me, not do that. Like I think people understand what, a telephone voice is or like a phone call voice is.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So when I record videos by default, I end up speaking super duper high pitched. If you watch some of my old videos, my voice is kind of like really, really hard to listen to.
Uh huh.
So I was thinking becoming a VTuber would help fix that. As for my design, I really like, the Ojo-sama trope in
Mm-hmm.
anime,
Right.
and I feel like Ojo-samas usually get a bad rep, but there is some Ojo-samas with like a heart of gold in anime.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like Caroline from Gundam Build Fighters, and like Toka Ryumabuchi from Saki, the Mahjong anime.
Okay.
So I thought, it'd be fun to be an Ojo-sama. And I used to bleach my hair blonde when I was uh, 18 through probably like my college years and stuff. So
Mm,
blonde it is.
I see. So, like, what's the how do I say what's the theme of your VTuber? I understand like rabbit ears, but is it like some kind of like Alice in Wonderland themed, or is it just came up to be?
Oh, so I used to have a bunny plushie I used to hold when I used to roll gacha videos because I
Mm.
believe in good luck and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So when I transitioned to becoming a VTuber, I didn't want to leave my bunny behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked my papa, who designed me. My model is made by Elda Solar Studio. I asked my papa, hey, can you incorporate, bunny elements into my design? I'm also a big fan of like idols and stuff. So
Mm.
I wanted like an idol themed outfit. So my bunny ears
Oh, okay.
are like, I'm not actually a bunny. Oopsies. I'm not actually a
Oh,
bunny.
okay, okay.
I'm not actually a bunny. I wear bunny ears and wear bunny themed items for good luck.
I see.
So,
Okay.
hmm so that's also why I have like four-leaf clovers. I believe in good luck, and if you do not have good luck, you can wail, which
Okay.
is why I also have a whale.
All right, yeah, and I mean, I was actually researching you a little bit so that I can answer these, so I can like make up some questions and stuff. I honestly completely missed that, the whole rabbit, thing. So like, okay, that's actually interesting to know. That's really fun. Okay. So you obviously do a lot of gotcha videos or gotcha streams, I guess you can say. Looking at your channel, I do see a lot of like FGO. I do see Fire Emblem, Twisted Wonderland. I think I saw a couple of other like games. Like I think I saw like some idle games too. But there was actually one gotcha game that really caught my eye, and I've never heard of this game before until I looked through your videos. But I saw a game called Love and Deep Space. Can you tell me about that?
Love in Deep Space isn't like one of my main games, but
Mhm.
it's like a, how would I explain it? It's like a 3D kind of like romance game and stuff.
Mhm.
Uh, but there's also like combat and fighting elements included.
Okay.
So the characters you roll for are like the love interests for the character you play as. And then, the 5 stars actually like unlock costumes and like stats for when you actually go into battle.
Mhm.
So there's like fighting elements. You're basically in like outer space and you play as like a, how do I explain it? Like a person in charge of, defeating monsters that wander into like the city or into like nearby like civilian locations and stuff like that.
Uh huh.
So that's one of the games I play. It's not like one of my main games because like I already play way too many gotcha games. But yeah, I do enjoy from time to time, and it's kind of like really hard for me because I don't usually play games with combat mechanics,
Uh huh.
like 3D combat mechanics, because it kind of plays like because it's like they put you into stages and stuff,
Mhm.
like they put you in like an area, an open world kind of area. Well, not open because it's not fully open like Genshin, but they put you in like a 3D environment, and you have to walk around with like the joystick that's on your phone and like fight monsters and stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm not really used to that. I usually just play rhythm games and like tactics, gotcha games.
I see. Okay.
So that is definitely really different from everything else on my channel.
Got it. So you don't play like Genshin, or you don't play like any like Hoyoverse games, I assume then.
So I played Genshin when it first came out. Um, if you look on my Twitch, I have the tag hag. That's because I am an old lady and I get motion sickness when I play certain games. And Genshin happens to be one of them. I used to play Genshin, but after like an hour or so, I would get like really nauseous and like my
Uh
motion sickness would
huh.
like kick in. So I can't really play games like that for long periods of time. So Genshin and Hoyoverse games are pretty much a no-no for me unless, I want to throw up right after.
So you don't play a lot of like console games or PC games, then is that?
Yeah, I don't really play like a lot of like open world games. I used to play Overwatch as well, but that also gave me motion sickness.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, so lots of games are pretty much like off limits for me unless like I really want to push myself because the game is like super duper good.
Uh huh.
So, I feel like my health comes first.
Right, right. I mean, man, that kind of limits you on what you can stream, right? In a way.
Yeah, it does. I mean, a lot of my friends play Genshin and like, they talk to me about it and stuff. So, um it shows up on my timeline. I see the new characters.
Mhm.
But, if there was a character in Genshin that like super duper caught my eye, I definitely re-download and play. It's
Mm.
just like what is worth it to me, I guess.
I see. Okay. But going back into the whole gotcha game stuff. So I told you this when I messaged you. I found you with your YouTube shorts with FGO. And I do see that you do play a lot of FGO. What got you into that?
So FGO just kind of connected like to me or just appealed to me because I was into the Fate franchise.
Hmm.
I originally got into Fate when UFO release of Unlimited Blade Works
Okay.
came out. I watched the first episode of Unlimited Blade Works, was hooked, but I had nothing else to watch because episode 2 wasn't out at the time. So between the gap of episode 1 and episode 2, I binged all of Studio Dean's Fate Stay Night. And then I kind of just fell into the rabbit hole from there. So after watching, everything that was there to offer, well, not everything. I didn't watch like most of Prisma Ilia. I watched the movie for Prisma Ilia. But after like binging a lot of Fate, I was like, oh, there's FGO. What is this? And then like I was interested in it, and then downloaded it when it came out in English.
Okay, wow. So you literally just watched you binge. That's crazy. You binge watched the entire Dean one. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever heard anyone do that between 2 episodes or in a week at least.
I didn't have anything else to watch, and I really wanted episode 2, and it wasn't there for me. So I was like, okay, what else is there? Oh, what's this? Fate Stay Night. Okay, I'll watch this.
Oh, okay. Wait, did you watch Zero between that two, or no? You watched Zero after Stay
I
Night
think I
or
watched.
UBW?
I think
Sorry.
I think I watched Zero after Unlimited Blade Works.
Oh, okay, got it.
hmm It
Got it.
was during the time where I was watching anime season by season, and
Mm,
I think that season I was watching maybe like 10 anime a week.
okay.
So I didn't really have time.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. All right. But okay. Other than FGO, what do you mainly play on stream? Because I've only caught you playing FGO on stream, so.
Ah, so on stream, I usually play White Schwartz Simulator
Mm,
on Fridays.
okay.
Um, just recently, I started streaming FGO because I was actually really surprised that people were telling me they wanted to see more FGO content.
Okay.
Um, I'm not the smartest when it comes to FGO. I kind of just play casually. So I always felt like it'd be weird if I streamed FGO because like I don't have any in-depth knowledge. I don't have like the most optimal farming guides or like I don't know what's the best servants to roll for and stuff. So I never really felt comfortable streaming FGO until like people were like, "Yeah, we like FGO. You should stream it." So
Mm, okay.
so I recently started streaming FGO, but normally I would be streaming Washboard Simulator on Twitch.
Okay. So, yeah, I realized that you're really into White Schwartz. I mean, you mentioned earlier you're into Cardfight Vanguard. So basically Bushiroad card games. Did you play any other card games outside of Bushiroad by any chance, or just straight up Bushiroad?
So right now my main card games are White Schwartz and Shadowverse Evolve.
Oh, okay.
Where, Mhm. So I've dabbled in a lot of card games over the years, but I first started playing Yugi, like I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people did.
Mm-hmm.
So when Yu-Gi-Oh came to the States, I played basically since it came out until like XYZ format.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then after XYZ format, I switched to playing card fight, and then I played card fight competitively, like attending regionals and stuff until I think it was the V era where they started adding like force markers and stuff, and shielding was like changed to like 10,000 instead of like 1500s and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am really bad at math. So once they started changing the numbers for Cardfight Vanguard and how you're supposed like how guarding works, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play White Schwartz as my main game. And then Shadowverse Evolve came out, and then that became my game. But I also played Pokemon for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I also play Magic a little bit. I have an Eldrazi deck like sitting behind me. Uh, Also, Cross I played for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah, so I dabbled in a lot of card games, but like my main card games are White Schwartz and Shadowverse right now, and that's what I usually travel for.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like yourself, my first, well, technically my first card game was Pokemon, but I only collected when I was a kid. I didn't really play, but I started playing because of the Game Boy, like I think it was a Game Boy Color game. I can't remember first Game
Mm.
Boy, or the Game Boy Color game. That's how I started learning how to play the Pokemon card game, but still never played it physically. But then of course Yu-Gi-Oh comes in, started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I think right about the same time, yeah, XYZ. That's when I stopped playing too,
Mhm.
and I found my friends and I think this is when Angel Beats and Guilty Crown was airing. I think during that time, when those two
Mm.
animes were airing, we found out about White Shorts, and
Mm.
then we downloaded the PSP game for White Shorts, and we started playing that. And then one time I went to Japan, and then I found the decks, so I just bought a bunch of decks for us so that we can all try out. And then that's how we just got into White Schwartz and kept playing it even today. So
Mm.
yeah, White Shorts right now is my main card game. But like yourself, I played Wii Cross. I played a little bit of Shadowverse. I played a little bit of Magic and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I think you stated on X that you play Overlord, right?
Yes, I play Overlord. I'm really happy Ainz didn't get hit by the restriction list. But you know, there's always a chance. What was it? Last year, mid-season, Alice and what was it? Alice and Slime got hit
Hmm.
right after I went to Texas BCS. And the funny thing
Okay.
is that the two decks I lost to during that regionals was Slime and Alice.
Okay.
So yeah, I was happy and also kind of annoyed because the only two decks I lost to that regionals were the decks that got hit right after.
Oh, for those who don't
But
know what Alice means, Alice is the Sword Art Online Alice deck. That
mm,
deck was pretty intense going up against because it brings out like very strong Alice cards that just are really hard to kill, basically.
yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, it really surprised me that Overlord hasn't been hit yet in English. That deck is just, pretty stupid because Ainz is basically untouchable, right? And then all
Hmm.
the burns. Again, for those who don't understand, just if you play White Shorts, you understand, but if you don't, I'm sorry. But yeah, like I think Overlord is like I mean, I personally think Overlord is still it's definitely a lot easy. I'd rather go against Overlord than a full power Chainsaw Man deck. That's for sure. But at the
Mm.
same time, like it's just now Overlord is untouched. I think everyone is gonna start playing Overlord. So and that's gonna be something. I don't want to say a problem, but it's gonna be very annoying when you go to tournaments.
No, I agree. I am not looking forward to those mirror matches.
Yeah, because like right now, because Hololive got hit right recently in English,
Yes.
and that was my main
Mhm.
deck for English.
Ooh.
Now I gotta figure out what kind of Hololive deck I can make because like because the ban list is completely different from Japan.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be interesting on how to make a deck right now. So like me and my friends are just trying to figure out like, oh, what decks should we play in English now, because we mainly play Japanese
Yeah.
wise. So
Yeah. I play English mainly, but I do play JP a little bit. So I do, compete in WGP once a year.
mm,
And my locals both plays both JP and English.
okay,
So, but mainly I'm an English player. I travel around for English events and stuff.
that's like you actually travel around for Weiss.
Yes, I do. I've been to California, Georgia, Texas, Illinois. What other places have I been to? I haven't been to any of the Canada regionals
Uh
yet,
huh.
but yeah, I travel around. I'm planning on traveling this fall as well to
Wow.
compete.
Is that like, or I mean, I'm not trying to say this in a bad way or anything like that, but like compared to other card game tournaments and national and stuff like that, do you think it's worth it to travel for White Shorts? Because I mean, obviously the pricing, it's not really there, right? So is that do you think it's really worth it to travel for Weiss or for any Bushiroad games?
So for me, in a lot of these states, I have friends that live there as
Oh,
well.
okay.
So it's also a chance for me to see them. But like, I don't really have any friends in California or in Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
but I reside on the East Coast, and the East Coast is kind of big when it comes to card games. So like, we usually have a bunch of people all traveling together,
Oh
and like
wow.
we end up bumping into people that we didn't expect to be there. So when I went to the Chicago regionals, I ended up seeing two card fighters that attend my locals, and I had no idea they were going there until we bumped into each other. So yeah, a lot of people on the East Coast actually travel to, well, at least in my locals, travel to other states and even to Canada to compete. I believe there's a person from my locals who went to Puerto Rico recently to compete as well.
Wow, that's crazy. Like, yeah, so people here in California, or at least Southern California, where I'm from, we don't travel a lot. So okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Okay,
Hmm.
all right. But going back into the streaming portion of this, um, is there like any games that you want to stream more of? by any chance? Like if it's like whether it's gacha or non-gacha, or is there something that you want to do during streaming? Because I know a lot of VTubers, not only do they play games, they also like to do like how do I say it? Like maybe just like conversation, like talk, like story time streams or karaoke streams. Like is there like any kind of like stream that you want to like maybe do in the future?
So I really like idols and stuff. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not the best singer in the world, but I would like to do a karaoke stream one day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if that is a thing. Um, I would also possibly like maybe like to do like card games like remote. I think a remote fight with people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's also called remote fight when it comes to Weiss. I know for card fight it's called remote fight.
I think it is.
Um,
I think it still is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, but the entire like setting up a webcam and stuff is kind of, you know, painful
It is. Yeah.
when it comes to streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Building Gunpla as well. I enjoy Gundam.
Okay.
Um, but for things that like show my hands and stuff, I have eczema, which is a skin condition.
Mm.
So um like I would have to like make sure, you know, I'd have to cover up my hands and stuff and like, you know, make sure everything looks nice before I do any gunpla building. I know a lot of people, you know, like streamers who have like pretty nails or pretty gloves and stuff like that
But
when it comes to like building gunpla and stuff.
I mean, but I have seen I know, or I think it's more the JP side actually, the JP VTubers. I know a lot of them always try to hide their hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I think the reason why is because like there are some like people online that like try to figure out who you are by just looking at their hands. I know there are a lot of crazy like viewers that do that. They try to find every single detail so that they can figure out who you are in real life. So I mean I think gloves is completely understandable.
Yeah, I feel like it's also a little bit hard to build gunpla with gloves.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Mm,
Especially if you're building like HGs and the parts are like super duper tiny.
mhm. So yeah, okay, you're in the Gunpla. That's cool. Yeah, I'm also a huge Gundam fan as well. I build Gunpla here and there. I mean, I've been slacking on recently, but what's your favorite Gundam series, if you don't mind me asking?
Let's see. It'd probably be a toss up between G Gundam and Gundam Build Fighters, probably.
Okay.
And my name, Noble Peridot. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you know this because I think it was dub only. But Nobel, the Nobel was my first Gunpla kit, and in the English dub, it's known as Noble Gundam.
From G, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I thought it sounded familiar, but I was like, again, I watched it in Japanese, so like
Mm.
a lot of the English names, I don't really remember or know.
Mhm.
But okay, yeah, then that makes complete sense. Okay, that's cool. So, favorite Gundam or mobile suit?
Oh gosh. Dark Matter Exia.
Wow. Okay.
I recently got the MG kit after it being like out of print for like a super duper long time.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I've been looking for a lot of OG or not OG. Yeah, I've been looking for a lot of like OG build fighters, tri fighters kits
Hmm.
because they don't print those anymore, which is very
Yeah.
sad. But I recently found winning star winning it. So I was like, oh shoot, I found this finally. So I instantly bought it.
Mm.
I've been trying. I've been looking for Kamiki's.
Burning, Kamiki burning.
Yeah, I've been looking for that right now. So yeah, I'm
Hopefully
trying to.
they mm,
Yeah, I'm trying to get my
I
hands on
hope
that
they
one.
do reprint.
Yeah, hopefully.
I know the Fenice recently got a reprint, so
Oh, did
hopefully the
it?
Kamiki
Okay.
burn. Or at least my local store got another shipment of it.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I built the Fenice, both HG and MG.
Mm.
Um, I've been meaning to build my what do you call it? My Fukuoka new Gundam, the one from in
Mm.
Japan. I've been meaning to build that, but I've been super lazy. And
Mm.
then I gotta start. I have to continue working on my perfect grade too.
I mean, everyone has a backlog when it comes to Gunpla.
Yeah. Do you kit mash by any chance, or do you just like just build how it is?
I don't kit bash because I'm terrified of, destroying kits and
Mm,
messing things up.
okay.
I think it's like and also like I usually build kits I like from the anime. So
Mm,
I kind of just, like to straight build out of the box and have it on display for the
I see.
most part.
Got it. And do you like detail it, painting, spray paint, or anything like that, or just like straight out of the box?
I usually just do straight out of the box. I do a little bit of sanding here and there, but
Mm,
like I don't usually panel line or paint. I was super tempted to paint my Sengoku Astray though,
mm,
because the color wasn't what I thought it would be when I got it.
mm-hmm,
In the anime, the red on the Sengoku Astray is like darker,
mm-hmm.
and when I opened the box and I saw the red wasn't, as dark, I was really tempted to like paint it.
Yeah.
But I
Like,
didn't. I was too scared.
yeah, like I mean, I actually bought like a spray kit, a really cheap one on Amazon. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Um, yeah, I bought a spray kit on Amazon, like a very cheap one, like $50, right? And like it does its job, but I realized that how it sprays is
Mhm.
completely different from the more expensive ones. So I
Mm.
don't know how the outcome would be if I bought a more expensive one, but yeah, like spray painting is pretty hard. I didn't realize how hard it was. But okay.
At least you're trying. I'm too
Yeah,
scared to do
yeah,
so.
yeah. Yeah, I
Mm.
mean, plus you have to like, have space and everything like that. The whole shebang.
Mm.
But okay. Is there like any you said you're into anime and stuff like that. Like, is there like any anime that you're watching right now, or like you just like from back in the day or anything like that?
So right now I'm watching the VTuber anime, the one that was like, oh, how I forgot to turn off my camera and blew up. And I believe that's airing this season. I
Oh,
think it's on episode 4.
is it the one with the girl in the blue dress? I think.
Y yes, yes, yes,
Oh,
it's that
okay.
one.
I've been meaning to pick that up. Okay.
And an anime that I always try to recommend to people, Puchi Puri Yushi, Petite Princess Yushi from Studio Gainax.
Why does
It's
that
based
sound
off
familiar?
You might have played the games, I don't know. It's based off of Studio Gainax's Princess Maker game series.
Hmm.
Um, and I really enjoyed it back in the day. Like I was like when I was like super duper young. I feel like it's a good anime for kids,
Hmm.
or if you're trying to get someone into like someone younger into anime, because I have younger siblings,
Hmm.
so and like younger family members, and I always try to push them into the anime rabbit hole.
Mm.
Like and uh, MKR Magic Knight Ray Earth is getting
A remake,
a
yeah,
new
or not a
yes,
sequel? A sequel, right? I think.
I'm not sure if it's a sequel or a remake. But yeah, there's also some really cool mechs in that anime as well.
Yeah.
I have one sitting in my backlog, which I will get to one day. So that's also it's also by Clamp, which I think most people know them for Cardcaptor Sakura.
Right.
But yeah, but I mainly know them for MKR Imaginary Rare Earth because I watched it in Cantonese, which is like my family's main spoken language when I was like really, really young. So
Okay.
that was my introduction to Clamp, and like I usually try to, recommend MKR to anybody that likes mechs.
Yeah, no, it's also one of like the OG isekais, right? So I do remember that. It's been a while since I watched it, but I do remember it's like one of those like original isekai animes with mecha
Mhm.
fantasy. So yeah, Rayers definitely is a watch for those who are looking forward to the upcoming new anime. I can't remember if it's a remake or a sequel. I think it might be a sequel, but yeah, that's gonna be super exciting.
Yeah, I think I would prefer it if it were a remake,
Hmm.
because season 2 of MKR doesn't follow the manga. Like, there's a bunch of new characters that aren't in the manga.
Oh
So
really?
I would,
Okay.
yeah, so I would like a, faithful Brotherhood remake.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I actually never really read the manga for that. I just watched the anime, so
Mm.
definitely gotta read the manga then. But okay. So is there like how do I say, like, is there something that you want to maybe like try something different when it comes to like YouTube or Twitch by any chance? Like, do you think you can maybe like or I'm sorry, let me rephrase my question. Like, out of all the VTubers out there, like, what makes you different from all those other VTubers?
What makes me different? I mean, I feel like I'm rather how do I say this? I feel like I'm rather casual compared to most VTubers.
Mm,
Um, like like for me, I used to upload on a schedule and stuff, but I don't do that now. I usually upload whatever I want. Um, I also I also try to keep like my content PG-13 for the most part.
okay.
Yeah, so I feel like, because I used to play Pokemon and stuff, and my video content back in the day was Pokemon, I'm still worried about, younger audience finding my videos. So I do try to keep things like PG-13 for the most part. Um,
Mm,
I also don't curse. I come from a household that doesn't like curse for the most part.
okay.
Um, I've been told that I speak like a pirate, that I replace curse words with other words.
Okay.
Um, so it's like, gosh, blast it, and like,
Oh.
goodness gracious. So, I guess I have like weird speaking mannerisms, if any, if
Hmm.
that's a thing. I don't find it weird until someone told me I speak kind of strangely. I guess that's just, me.
Okay.
I didn't ever find it kind of unique or different.
Okay, okay. Like, yeah, because like I know there are many VTubers out there right now, whether they're with a corporation or indie. And yeah, like I do notice that like a lot of the VTubers, they try to be, how do I say it, unhinged as much as possible. So to actually meet a VTuber like yourself that's like very how do I say it, like that's not like unhinged, I guess you can say, is very rare in my eyes. So it's that I think is, something that's very appealing in a way.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. I never really thought about it that way. I actually had a comment on one of my gotcha videos a while back,
Mhm.
for ensemble stars, and someone was like, "Look, she's not crazy like the rest of us."
Oh, okay, that's
And
funny.
I didn't expect anyone like to say something like that, and I was like, "Am I really not as crazy as everyone?"
Uh-huh.
I guess so, if someone said that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're trying to, like, again, I don't know if they're being unhinged to get attention or just because that's how they
Hmm.
are in real life or anything like that. But yeah, like definitely like you're very calm compared to most VTubers that I've seen, because like I've said this before in my other episodes. I haven't released them yet, or whenever this releases, most likely those episodes will release. But I'm actually still pretty new when it comes to the rabbit hole of VTubers. So I haven't really. I'm like how do I say it? I put my foot in, but I took it out. If that makes sense.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
to be able to talk to VTubers like yourself, it's very eye-opening, I guess you can say. So I'm learning a lot more about VTubers and stuff like that. So and it's really interesting to see all these different perspectives on it. But putting that aside, like who is there, like a VTuber you look up to by any chance, or
Um, I guess it would be KISAN, who is
Kason? Okay,
currently signed with Bishojo.
she's like the most unhinged person.
I know that's a little strange. I admire her because like she kind of just does whatever she wants and chases after her dreams.
Hmm.
Because she does like face cam, or she did face cam, and she sometimes releases videos that shows her face.
Hmm.
She builds Gunpla.
Hmm.
She's in Yakuza. That's like one of her favorite franchises and
Hmm.
stuff. And like as I said, I started with the face cam, and like I'm not afraid to hide my appearance.
Hmm.
So there's like a big taboo about around the VTuber industry about,
Right.
not showing your face and
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I kind of like how Keisan does it. She's like a hybrid mix. She does whatever she wants.
Right.
If if like, if it's taboo to show your face as a VTuber, then, I'm breaking that taboo. But at the same time, I think VTubing needs to like take a step forward and, change and evolve.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm actually very glad you said that because I've been looking for someone that to be able to say that. So that's really I like that mindset. Okay. By the way, because we're on the topic of VShojo, have you applied to their program? Because I know they're taking applications right now. So.
I haven't applied to V Shoujo. I this is actually their second time opening auditions. I didn't apply the first time either.
Mhm.
Um, and I guess even if I did, I'd probably have to keep it hush hush because most agencies don't like it when you say you audition.
That's true. Actually,
To
I'm
them.
sorry.
Yeah, but no, I haven't applied to V Shoujo. I do like a lot of their talents, but
Mhm.
I feel like I'm happy just being myself for the most part
Okay.
and streaming. V Shoujo, from what I understand, is very lax when it comes to what their streamers can stream
Right.
and stuff like that. But I also kind of just want to do things at my own pace.
Mhm.
I mean, I might join a corporation like one day, but I don't really like restrictions and stuff that comes with it for the
Mhm.
most part.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like a lot of these shoujo's talents are kind of very, as you said, about KitaSean unhinged. I feel like I wouldn't fit in well with their group, even though I do like them.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I haven't applied. I mean, being part of a corporation means, you have to work with your coworkers. And as cool as they are, I feel like I would not fit in.
Well, I mean, you never know, but I mean, I understand. Like, you have to do everything on your own pace here, so I get that.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, we are actually getting, or we're almost over time, or we are over time actually. So I'll go ahead and end everything here. But where can the viewers find you on?
You can find me mainly on YouTube and on Twitter under Noble Peridot. I also stream on Twitch, sometimes, usually on Fridays. I only stream on Twitch to play White Schwartz, but I've been streaming Fate on it more recently. But yeah, mainly YouTube and Twitter and sometimes Twitch.
Okay, awesome. So all her links will be down below in the description box. Give her a follow and a subscribe. Once again, Perry, thank you very much for coming on the show, and hopefully we can maybe do another episode like this in another time.
Yeah, that'd be super duper fun. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. All right, so that's about it. Thank you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.